Okay, so here we are. Just like always, after I get started. Anyway, what I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm knocking out this block. Now the reason for this is because we had custom built a barbecue pit, and it should be done here pretty quick. We went over on Saturday, today's Monday, and they already had the thing there. They just wanted us to check it and make sure that it was according to what we had ordered. There was a couple of little things they forgot. They were gonna take care of that and paint it. So probably within the next couple of days maybe, it should be done, and we'll go from there. Now the only way it's not going to be done is if they didn't work on it. But anyway, if you've seen on some of the videos, this wall went all the way down to this corner here, and what we had was a compartment going in here where I was going to put charcoal. But then I decided to build a grill that is 3 grills in one. It'll have a firebox on this side here. That's why I'm cutting this out. And that will be for smoking and slow cooking. And then on this portion here, it'll have a cover on the side of the firebox to cover this, and down below it'll have a air inlet, so that'll be turned off. And on this side it'll have an air intake, and that'll be opened. And then in the barbecue itself, in the barbecue pit itself, it'll have some plates that will be removed. That becomes the charcoal tray, and you cook in the trays that are above this. Then, if you remove the trays, put the plates back in, you can actually put in a gas or electric, whichever one you want, like a little stove type of thing, and that'll go here. And I'm gonna wait till I get whatever it is gonna go in there, so that I can put the hole on the side that needs to be and all that stuff. Yeah, and of course, you know, that is removable so that you can cook with wood or charcoal. Yeah, and of course, once we bring the barbecue pit and I have it here and I can explain it with the barbecue pit present, then it'll be easier to understand what I'm talking about. But all this is playing by ear because we're going to have to see how this thing fits and how we're going to vent this and all that stuff. Now on this side, right about here is where the firebox goes. On the upper portion, it'll have a 4x4 vent going up, and I'm pretty much saying that it'll be right by this C3, which we can anchor it there, and that's 48 inches going up. But as you can see, this thing goes way up, way up. Now once it's in place, anchored down and everything, then I can decide where this thing's going to come out and how it's going to put the smoke out and all that stuff. And I've got all of that room to play with. Yeah, and we'll We'll see how it goes. And then here, I will buy some more of this material here, put it here, going up, all the way up to this C3, and there's another C3 at the same level on this side over here. So I will put that material all in here and put some material up here. Yeah. And then I'm thinking that perhaps we'll put some stainless steel around this thing here so it's easier to clean. And then down here, the original idea was going to be to put some granite on top of here. It'll have a little piece going around the back, some on this side, and then I'm going to try to keep this and see how it works out. I actually have to have the barbecue pit here to see how it goes, because if it works, then perhaps I can put this thing all the way up to here, and all I would have to do is cut a little piece here to rest material like this from here to here, and support it with some 1x1, 2x2, C3, I don't know, just give it some kind of support, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. And you know, the other thing is perhaps this is metal here. Perhaps we can take, this is metal, perhaps we can weld this to the actual barbecue pit and anchor that corner. But we're gonna have to play it by ear and see what happens. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna finish taking this block out of here, even this bottom here, make it flat, because right now it has bumps everywhere. And of course I need to cut this C3 off, but I need this block out of here so I can cut from the bottom, because it wraps around and the disc is not big enough to go all the way down to the bottom. Yeah. Then the last thing I have to do is I have to cut this little piece here, and I'm thinking that perhaps I'll cut just this and the same thing here, leave this here, so maybe that can get welded to the top of the barbecue pit. If not, you know, I'll cut it off too. Yeah. I'll see as I go. One way or another is going to work. All right, let me get going with this and we'll go from there. Okay, true to tradition, I got this thing going before I filmed. Wait. This character here wants to play with this. That's what he's telling me. And then he'll bring it back so I can hold it and he can pull. Anyway, I put this block there with a smaller one. Excuse me. You wait. He is saying I didn't hold the other way. Yeah, that's what he wants to do every morning. Working, you wait. Working. Give me this. You get nothing. Move. You wait. So anyway, what I did is I put these blocks here, put some mortar in there. I filled this in with all the block that came out of this little wall here. Filled it in with some sand. put some water in there to bring it down. And as you can see, I brought the enough weight. So I put a hole there at the bottom and put some sand in there, and then put some water, and the water came out the bottom hole. So I will give this a few hours for the mortar to dry around here and in between the blocks, and then I will continue to pour some water in here until the sand has gone to cover all the areas that have holes. And once that sand is packed all the way to the bottom, I will put some more until it is completely flat there. And then I've got some Portland cement there that will go here. And then so the story goes, tomorrow is Saturday. They should bring the barbecue pit, but you know how that goes. And hopefully they bring enough guys and we lift this thing up, because it has the main cooking area with a side firebox. So hopefully they've got enough guys to lift this thing up and clear this little shelf here. I guess if I have to, I'm gonna have to cut it off, but I think we should be able to manage it, or at least that's the plan. So I'll do this in a couple of hours, then it's got the rest of the day and all night to be solid for them to put that thing in there. It's not going to carry any weight per se. It's just going to, most of the weight is going to be carried by this little thing there, but the little wall, the little area there will also help to hold it, but I would say the bulk of the weight will be right here. So we're just gonna have to wait and see, and then tomorrow's another day, and hopefully they don't cancel, and we'll put that bad boy in there and see what happens. All right, okay, so there it is. Today is Saturday, and it's not coming today. Now, in the previous part of this clip here, you had a little wing that came out of there that I was going to try to incorporate into this thing, but after thinking about it, it would take too many gorillas to lift this thing and put that firebox in this area here. So I think it'd be better if I, after this barbecue pit is in here, figure out what I'm gonna do with the front. Maybe just render that little area right here and just leave it at that. Yeah, but anyway, there it is. The firebox will sit in here and it'll come up to there, and then it has a 7-inch metal plate that goes here, 10 inches in the back, so it'll sit on top of this, on top of that, and the firebox will sit here, and nothing will support it down in here. It'll just be supported by this and this and this. Now if there's a problem, I could always add a little 1x1 piece of metal to give it a little leg on this side, but we need to get that thing here. Anyway, there it is. So once we get it, we do what we do, and then worry about, you know, covering this whole area here, putting the ceiling on this thing. Once we get the smokestack to go up through here and on up, and then out there somewhere go out. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see when they bring it, sometime next week, I guess. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk later. Okay guys, so there it is. 5 people came over and put this thing in here. However, because Woon was at work and I had to hold that character from trying to smell everybody, and everybody was scared of him and stuff, I couldn't film. But I was off a little bit on my calculations there. Not by much. As you can see, that is almost there, about 1 finger. It hit the back like I wanted it. But this here, it was supposed to let this come back this way just a little bit more, so this door could clear here. So what I'm gonna have to do is trim this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to trim this so that door can go in there. If not, I don't know. I'm gonna have to play it by ear. But anyway, the back hit all the way around and everything. Everything was fine. Oh, and this little thing here, I was supposed to cut it out, but I spaced out and forgot all about it. So of course, now it's going to be a little harder to get out, but I'll get it out. I suppose I can get the welder and burn it out. Yeah. Anyway, a little fine tuning. As you can see, I just need to make a cut on this side and a cut on that side, and then it can slide in. And then of course I need to make a cut here and on these tabs. So I need to cut this tab on the other side of the smokestack, and then here across this way, or bend them in so that this can move. Yeah, but that won't take much. So I need to go to the shop and get the grinder with a little cutting wheel, and yeah, that won't be much of a problem. There's plenty of room for me to get in here and stand here and cut this here. And like I was saying before, the smokestack's going up, but I need to decide where I'm going to bring this thing out. Maybe right there by the C3. So all I would have to do is, this is a 4x4, so I just go in there and make that turn. Yeah, and we'll see. Anyway, I got the thermometers on. And there's with this thing open, and that's where you put whatever you're gonna barbecue up here. So yeah, now this is, I know it looks a little bulky and stuff, but what I've got here is, this will be the firebox when you're smoking. And then back here in the back, it's hard to see, but oh, there it is. I've got a cover that goes in there when this is not being used. And then here, you will use this to put charcoal. Down below this is a ash tray. Now it's kind of hard to see, but here in the bottom is a lip that goes just like this. So when you're using the firebox, you cover this and the heat will come underneath, come up through here and smoke everything and get drawn out that way. And then of course here you've got the air vent to control that. The door is not on because I need to deal with that, but it's right here. And on this side, I need to figure out what to do with this, because actually what I need to do, take that back to the shop, have them take this, well, I could do it myself, it's just welding. Take this and weld it probably, I don't know. I have to look at it and see what I need to do, because probably what I need to do is do it like this, but down here. Do it down on the bottom so that this can close all the way just like this. And then, as you can see, when you're sticking out, you've got your vent in there. Because right now, because this thing is backwards, this was made to be facing out this way. But yeah, of course the other thing I could do, just cut this off, put it here, and then take this little lip and bend it so you could grab it. I don't know, I'm gonna have to play it by ear and see what I do. But either way, there's plenty of room for that air to go through. So when you're using that firebox over there, you use this vent here and close this one. When you're using the charcoal here, you open this one, close this one, and put that cover in the back and remove these so that you can put your charcoal in here. And of course the heat goes up, and then you have 2 trays to cook, and then off it goes. So whenever you're using this smoker over here, of course you're smoking whatever it is you put in here, and you put them up here on these trays. But the other thing that happens is you can take this and you close it up if you want the heat to come all the way to the end and then go this way. But you can also open these up. You can open them up. If you look at your gauge, and this side is too hot and this side is too cold, you can move those plates around to help the heat come up a little bit, go down this way a little bit, come up, and kind of even it out some. But after we play with it for a while, we'll get the hang of what's supposed to go here. Now, whenever you're using this firebox here, at the store I've seen the metal containers that or the metal stands that you use for putting on on a propane stove or something. So what we could do is put one here on top of here so that it sits really close to this, and whenever you have this, you could use this to heat up something or some boiling water or I don't know, something. Now the other thing that I'm thinking, is right here on this plates, we could probably take these off, both of them, and put some propane fired stove type, like countertop stove or something. So that would mean that we would have to put a hole somewhere here or in the back so that I can make the connection whenever I do use it, and whenever I'm not using it, I just disconnect it and pull out the stove. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, let's say for example I want to fry something. Instead of having all that grease flying around the inside of the house, I put it out here. Whatever splatters inside of here, next time you barbecue, it'll burn it right off and away it goes. Yeah. Then as far as this goes in here, I need to go buy some material like this and put it in here. I had the material, I had 2 sheets to do this, but when we were doing the roof, I had him do some other stuff and I used up the material, so it's a matter of going and, you know, buying some. Yeah. All right. I'll show you when we use it. See ya. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย